We're back. So it's still morning, isn't it? Yeah, good morning, everybody. Thank you for, that I know it was a very brief comfort break, but hopefully it was enough time to scuttle off into the kitchen and get yourself a refreshment. I didn't quite have time, but I don't need another one. I've had 2 or 3 coffees today already. Michael, how you doing?
Hi Natalie, yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, good. I know I'm feeling a little bit silly now with my antlers, but you know what? Everyone probably expects it from me, don't they? So no, and they're jangling a lot, but you can't hear them, can you?
No, I can't. I can't hear him, no.
Okay, it's good. Great. Well, yeah, Michael. So yeah, thank you for being with us today and being the sponsors as well of today's
No, thank
event.
you.
I think we're talking about your IQ products, which yeah, I'm intrigued to know a bit
Yep.
more because there's so many options out there and the AIs and technology that we're using in pest management. I think yeah, it's an up and coming area. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
leave you to it, and if you want to share your screen, and yeah, we look forward to hearing about it.
There, no, thank you. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen there, guys.
Yep, perfect. Yeah, I can see your. I'll let you know when the present.
There we
There we
go.
go. Fab, great.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. So yeah, hi everyone. For those that don't know me, my name is Michael Sims. I'm the UK, Ireland, Middle East, and Africa area manager for Bell Laboratories. Just before we get into this, yeah, thank you to the BPCA for allowing us to sponsor today. Really appreciate it. And just a bit of background about our product, IQ, just before we get into it. So we've got Bell Laboratories. So a lot of people may be aware of our products that we already manufacture, such as contract blocks, solo blocks, DTEX. We manufacture the T-Rex range, and all down to your protector bait stations. So that's something that Bell Laboratories manufacture. So what Bell have done now over the last 5 or 6 years, we've introduced a new entity, so a subsidiary company within Bell called Bell Sensing Technologies. So all within the same building, we have products that we call IQ products, and this is our Bluetooth system, our Bluetooth technology system, which we manufacture on the side of it. We launched this product back in 2022 at Pest, and we're getting real good traction on the product. So I just thought it'd be really good to just introduce you guys if you've not heard of it yet. If you've got any questions, then yeah, please let me know at the end and we can go through it. So how it works. So in a nutshell, this system, it is a Bluetooth system. So within the products itself, it has a proprietary sensor. So when I say proprietary sensor, it's a sensor there that records the activity and generates a timestamp every time a rodent walks across this sensor. When that happens, you have an optimized mobile app which interacts with that product and it collects the data, interprets it, and filters the results, which enables you to do more problem solving on your site. You have a customized portal behind the scenes as well. So this is something you'd access on a laptop or a computer. And on there, you can look at defining your service rules. You can analyze the data, look at graphs and charts, and it kind of paints the picture for your customer site, gives you more information. And we've got a full range of products as well. So I'll go through the range that we have and how they work. So that's how it works in a nutshell with IQ. Then we have with our products, when you're not using an IQ product, when you look at that picture there, you know that you've had rodents at a site. You can say that the bait's been consumed there. With an IQ product, you'll know the number of rodents that have entered the station. So you'll know the amount of rodents that have actually entered into that bait station. You'll have a timestamps on there as well. So it will actually tell you what time they've actually gone in, what date time. And you could look at historical and seasonal trends, and you can know when and where you're traveling to. If you have multiple bait stations on site, you would actually see where you've had no activity and where you have actually had activity, which is great for you guys. So that's kind of the tone date stamps that you have with IQ. You can look at the reports, the account reports. We can go through that a little bit more in a second. But what we call them when a rodent enters a bait station, we call it an event. So you can see the total amount of events, the amount of products you serviced. Look through your reporting, and you can see all your trends and analysis through there. So a little bit more about the product line. So we have a full product line through Bell Sensing. We've got the Express tray, which will fit into Express bait station, the Trapper 24/7, the T-Rex, the Pulse Mouse, the Pulse Rat, and Landscape. So with these products, but just before we get back into how the product works on each one of these, you still need to be on site. So this is what we call a local system. So you need to be on site for this to work. It is a tool that you will be able to use when you're on site to save you time not having to check traps or bait stations where you've had no activity. So it's a very good tool for you in saving time for that. So we have the Express tray. A lot of you may be aware of the Express bait station that we have there. With the tray, this holds up to 8 blocks. You can hold up to your T-Rexes, your mini Rexes, baits. Yeah, and all you do is simply replace that tray with the existing tray that's in the bait station. Connect it up and away you go. So here you have the integrated sensor, the integrated antenna, and the integrated battery. So you can see there that they are all welded inside the product. So when the rodent walks across that sensor, the battery kicks in, it gathers that information and holds it until you come and collect it on the app on your phone. Okay. So that's the Express tray. We have it with the Trapper 24/7 as well. So this is a multiple catch trap. So you can put that in there. Obviously, that needs to be checked on a regular basis. In there, we have the integrated sensor, the integrated antenna, and the integrated battery as well. So we have that as an option for our IQ range as well. The T-Rex, a lot of you may be popular with the T-Rex. So that's the basics of it, is that the product has a battery, the antenna, all situated inside the bait station, inside the trap. And that is a simple green tick on your app if it's still set. And then if it's closed, then yeah, you know that you've had a catch, and it will show up as a red indicator on the app. You can see there where those internal products are based. So that's where the integrated sensor, the battery, and the antenna sits within inside. Very good if you're using for traps up in floor spaces, up in cavities that you can't, it's very hard to reach. Yeah, it's very good for you to go in and just check that on your phone to see whether that product has actually gone off or not. So these are our main bait stations that we do in the UK, the Pulse Mouse. So again, all very similar, but this is just a complete unit. So it holds up to 4 blocks. It's an Evo key, so very fast for opening. So it's not as strenuous as our Protector range, and it's low. It's compact footprint and big technology within inside this product. So you can see there inside the Pulse Mouse, you have the integrated sensor, the battery, and the antenna all situated in there. So that's our Pulse Mouse, guys. Okay. We also have it with the Pulse Rat, so slightly bigger to enable rats to enter the product. We have up to 8 blocks on this one. It can hold a T-Rex or IQ T-Rex, 2 mini Rexes, and again, you've got the availability of vast amount of baiting in there if needs be. So exactly the same layout. We can see here that we've got the sensor slightly flat against this entry point here. So if rodents are walking straight through, then we've kind of missed this sensor area here to ensure that we don't get any false readings. So any rodents that is turning into this space here, that will then record as an event. So we have the landscape weighted. So this is again a tray which will fit inside your landscapes. If it is the weighted version, you'd be able to enter that tray into that bait station. And again, simple layout where the sensor, the antenna, and the battery is stored. And there it is in situ there. Some exciting news for next year. We have the Trapper Mouse IQ arriving. So we hope this will be available beginning of Q2, end of Q2 2025. So very exciting news that product will be coming to you soon. Again, with this product, it's got your integrated sensor, your antenna, the battery inside. The difference with this product here, this one actually has the removable components, so you can actually remove the battery, the antenna, and the sensor from there. So once that's removed, yeah, you can replace that battery from there. So in terms of the IQ products and getting over the remote hurdle, so as I said earlier, this product is a remote system. So sorry, a local system. So you need to be on site for this to work. What you get out of that is rodent time stamps. As I said, the time, dates, you get a lot of that information. We have it with bait stations and traps. It's a very easy setup. So we have a simple QR code that you scan on the back of the traps and the back of the bait stations. Once you scan that, you just wake up the product and you deploy the product from there. So very simple setup. Scalable and affordable. So we distribute through Kildrum UK. So if you wanted to speak to them, then they'll give you more information. And best for customer interaction. So it's going to save you guys time in terms of using this product and getting more customer interaction. So callbacks, obviously you won't get 3 a.m. alerts, no Wi-Fi access, no gateways or multiple components with this site. All it is the product and your phone. So once you have that all set up, ready to go, it's just your phone, the product, and yourselves, and away you go. Very simple in terms of setting it up. So just looking at that with a non-IQ set of products there, if you were to check all these traps, if you got to think to yourself, how long would that take? You got to think those traps at the top there are going to need ladders, cherry pickers. Think of the health and safety aspect with this. With IQ, it is a case of standing wherever that phone has been situated, or where that photo has been taken, and away you go. You look at your phone and it will shoot the signals all to your phone from there. So that's just kind of the concept of using IQ in terms of saving time and knowing which ones you need to check and what you don't. So this was an exercise that we did in the US, our new facility in Windsor, in Wisconsin. So there we have a 600,000 square foot facility, and we put out 228 non-IQ devices. When we had to check these products, we had to walk through, check them all manually. It took us just under 2 hours. We then replaced them with IQ, done the exact same check, and it took us 25 minutes. So that's a saving of 1 hour and 28 minutes. So it's quite impressive in terms of what we can do there for you guys. Working that as a percentage, that was a 78% time saving. So that's what this product can offer you. Your time, guys, is your money. So for you to be saving that amount of time for you on site is a massive win for us all. Just going into time savings a little bit more. So in terms of before, you're inspecting for rodent size, new recommendations, creating reports, interacting with customers is what you do on a normal basis. But a lot of the time you are checking your devices. So with IQ, if you are to save that amount of time, so inspecting for rodent signs is going to make more time for this. More interaction with your customer. We can go into that a little bit more in terms of what IQ can do more for your customer as well. New recommendations. So if there is anything on site that you want to advise your customer, then it's going to enable you time to do that. And creating reports is less. As I said earlier, we'll go into it a little bit more, but the IQ app will design a site report for you in order for you to send to your customer. We can go into that a little bit more in a second, but that's something that you will save time in doing as well. So checking devices. Yeah, obviously less time having to get the ladder out, as I said earlier, checking up into roof cavities. If you give the health and safety aspect, that's going to save you in terms of doing. Even if there are sites where they're quite sensitive on you arriving, such as like the hospitality sector. If you wanted to just do a quick inspection, you look at your phone, just walk through the area and just notify that you need to come back a bit later to check those traps as they've gone off, or the bait stations need checking because you've had activity. So it's something that you can build into your program. Inspections. So obviously if you're checking a lot of traps, then inspection might not be as much as what you do on a regular. So with IQ, it's going to save you time in doing more inspections, which will enable you to solve problems at your accounts faster using your expertise. We know that you guys do a lot on site, so in order to save time and do these extra things, it's going to be helpful for you. So reporting, the portal, once it's set up, you spend less time on reporting and use our app efficiently so that all the data is all compiled in one area, which will be the portal. So you can look at the most activity you've had on that site. You can look at trends and analysis, and that will go through all the way where you can export it into Excel. You can put that into a PDF report and send that to your customer if needs be, so they've got all the paper at their side. And it's just more rewarding for you, I think. Yeah, a more rewarding career for technicians, and a higher employee retention in terms of keeping your employees happy and your customers happy. Less time checking devices means more time with your customers, which is massive. I think you guys do a great job already in terms of dealing with customers, but if you can make more time in actually speaking to your customer and making it more simple for your customer to look at information on what you've been doing on site in order to show them what's had activity, what hasn't. IQ paints the picture for you. So you will be able to show that to your customer and hopefully give them an idea on what it looks like. So improving customer service, what you're doing with it, with all that extra time. So the bait stations are all about information that could keep you from a shutdown causing you brand reputation. So yeah, if there is major issues and you've not got this backed up, then yeah, with IQ you have that all backed up onto the portal and onto the app. So information that can provide you predictive rodent control. So you know when and where rodents are going to be entering that bait station. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to be prepared. And never check an empty trap again. So with this T-Rex product, it's a simple green or red closure. So once that is closed, you will have a red icon on your app and a green icon if that trap is already set. So in terms of IQ and how this works down the line, so you will have the ability to check these traps and bait stations from a distance. So the IQ products have a Bluetooth range of 30 to 100 feet. So the 30 to 100 feet is always going to vary on the conditions. So if it's in a warehouse facility where you have a lot of, let's say, IT equipment or very thick concrete walls, it's going to be a little bit less than 100 feet. But yeah, 30 to 100 feet is how the Bluetooth product operates. And that's just Bluetooth as a whole. So any other people that have Bluetooth products within their house, like headphones or hi-fi systems, anything like that they connect their phone to, the more you connect to the devices, the stronger a Bluetooth signal gets. That's not just with IQ, that's just how Bluetooth works in general. The more you connect to it, the more powerful the signal will get down the line. So during COVID, this was a massive product for certain customers, and using our product, they could actually check bait stations from outside. I know guys now that are even walking past the area, checking the phone, say, look, we've had no activity. Here's the report that you've had no activity in this. Or if they have, they then speak to the site manager to say, look, you've had activity. We need to come back and do a bit more of a thorough investigation on the traps or bait stations that they've had activity with. So yeah, very, very good in terms of not having to access a building if you have issues with that. So getting started. So very simple setup. As I said before, it's a very quick scan of the QR code, but we'll go back into the crux of it in a sec. So just going through the specs. So as I said, it's Bluetooth technology. And with the app, it will work with any mobile device. So any mobile device you've got that has Bluetooth connectivity, it will work with it. As I said, the voices can be detected from 30 to 100 feet, depending on the conditions. So as I said, if it's thick concrete walls or IT equipment, it may be a little bit less, but it will reach as a minimum 30 feet. They're IP67 regulated, so they're fully integrated within the product. They're welded inside, and they're weatherproof and dustproof. So you can use these indoors and outdoors if needs be. And then you have, yeah, all of your products situated from there. So IQ products, they have a battery that should last approximately 3 to 4 years. After that time, if the battery dies, they will just turn into a standard base station. If you wanted to replace, so you could connect through the Bluetooth after those 3 to 4 years and the battery's gone, then yeah, you will need to replace the product from there. So we have an app on this product, so you can download this through the Android app on Google Play. And then you can also download through the App Store, through the Apple App Store. Through Android, you need to have Android 6 or above in terms of the operating system. And then the operating system for Apple is 10 and above. We recommend 11, but it should still work from there. Okay. The good thing about this is when you sign up to the app and download it, it is completely free to use. So the portal is completely free to use, and the app is completely free to use. When we first launched the product back in 2022, we were charging a kind of like an administration fee. And I think personally myself is probably one of the best things we've done in terms of dropping that fee. So all it is now is a purchase of the product. So you buy the product and it's yours. You then set up your portal, you set up your app, and away you go from there. You can use as many sites and as many devices as you like. There's no cap on any of it, so you can build that portal up as much as you like. There's no limits in terms of how many you want to add onto your account. There's no gateways or hardware. I know a lot of sites now, they're very quite strict in terms of getting access to Wi-Fi. If you have one of these sites, then this product's going to be perfect for you. It's your phone, the product, and yourself. It's nothing else. You can simply place IQ products around the facility, and yeah, you just swap them in and out for your current rodent control devices. Rodent activity in the Bell Sensing app is intuitively color coded. So as I said here, you have the red icon if there is obviously high activity or the trap's gone off. Green if you've had nothing, so you just continue walking, and then orange if you've had medium activity on a bait station. Okay. So a little bit more about the portal setup. If you wanted to go in and set up an account, just head to www.bellsensing.com, and there it says very simple login there in that link just there. To add a profile, you just simply add in a few basic details. We don't ask for any credit card details. It's just completely just information about your business and your name, etc. And then yeah, you go from there. So in the portal setup, you have the full portal training within inside this, which I'll go through a little bit more in a sec, show you some more information. And in there, you can add your branches, your accounts. You can even add users. So if you are a manager at a company and you have 5 or 6 technicians working underneath you, then you can set them up as a user as well. So they all report to you, and you can actually amend what they see and what they can't see. Can they see certain accounts? Can they see only app access? Can they run reports? So yeah, you have that opportunity to do that. In terms of a user as well, a way of getting around having to be at a site. If you have a site manager that can be trusted to walk around with the app, so you can download the app on their phone, set them up as a user, and just give them app access only. That is a way of getting a site manager to walk around the site, gather all the information. You then log on the portal, and you can see what needs to be done from there. That's a way of using it as a remote system. But yeah, if you've got any questions on that, I'll be more happy to answer them. We have a support. So in the bottom left there on the portal, you have a online support which heads back to the US. You can also contact myself if you need support. Any of the reps at Kildrum obviously glued up on this product, so yeah, you can always ask them the question with that. Just a little bit more about the app, because that's where all the magic happens. You will have access to the app, where all the data will be stored on when you enter. So in terms of the app, that is the icons that we have. So we have the initial state. If it's undiscovered, it means you're not close enough, so you just need to walk around a little bit more. So if it comes up with the red icon like this with the crossed out Bluetooth signal, it means that it's connected to the device. You've had activity if it's red. If you had low activity, it's yellow. But then that means that you're out of range in terms of downloading the events. So you need to walk a little bit closer, and then when it fills in with a color like this, that means that you're in range and you can download all the information. So once you download, you have all the events situated on your product from there. You have require service, so you can actually go into the portal on each of these products and actually put in there you want to service the product over a 2 or 3 month period. No matter what happens, you will have a kind of like a spanner icon there where it will say you need to check it regardless of what's happened. And obviously no events is a green tick, so that's what you want to see at your sites. So in the service report, as I said earlier, the app will actually put together a service report for you. We can actually look into that information and show that to a customer if needs be, or you can just keep it for your records. And in there, it will give all the information, any general comments that you put in on the app when servicing, inspection summaries, product application summaries of what you're actually putting in bait stations, device inspection detail, product application detail, and so on. So that covers a lot, and you can actually amend that report as well to show you what you want your customers to see. So anything that you have on there is situated for best for you and your customer. And then just with portal data, so we have the portal where all the data is stored, technicians' data is stored. And on each database, there are metrics and trends analysis based on the history. So that history will always stay there for that particular site. You'll always have that information. You can remove products off of a site if needs be. If a customer is not happy with it, you want to remove it and put it on a different site, then yeah, you're well within your reason to do that. And it's very simple in terms of doing that as well. And you can all instantly look at the event or capture totals. So once you actually finish that visit and complete it, it then shoots that off to the portal, and all that data will be collected at the portal ready for you to look at your trends and analysis. Just pushing through in terms of resourcing. So we have a full interactive website, and on this website we have numerous portal videos. So the customer portal is obviously the main one that's on our website, the bellsensing.com website. On here we have the app and portal training videos. So we have app and portal training videos for every single part of IQ in terms of adding the device, removing the device, setting up branches, setting up new users. We have videos for all of it. So if you wanted to head over and just take a little look at it, then you're more than welcome to do so. In here as well, which is very key for some customers, is case studies. So we have case studies for all different types of areas. So food production, residential complexes, commercial buildings, supermarkets, hotels, restaurants, all the way through the hospitality sector. So if you wanted to look at any case studies, we have that on the website. And yeah, you'll be free to use them with your customers if needs be. So that's our website, www.bellsensing.com. On here as well, we have a training manual. Just bear in mind, this one is 92 pages long. So if you wanted some bedtime reading, then yeah, feel free to have a little look at that if needs be. So yeah, as I said earlier, we have all the different training videos. So you just click play on those videos and it will talk you through anything that you've had issues with. It will talk you through all of it. and just a little bit more about the case studies there, just better look for you guys in terms of what products we advise to use at certain areas. If there is any questions, then yeah, please contact us. My details are going to be on the next screen as well. So yeah, we have the website there, www.bellsensing.com. We've got the contact us link up there, which is our which goes back to our premises back in Wisconsin, Madison. And yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate all of your time. And again, yeah, thank you for BPCA for allowing us to sponsor. That is my details there. So if you have any questions, then feel free to give me a call, drop me a line on my email. And yeah, I'll be happy to answer any questions after as well. But thank you guys. Really appreciate your time.
Great, thanks, Michael. And yeah, hopefully everyone noted down your contact details. If they haven't, they can pop a message in chat for your contact details, and you can stick them in there for you,
Yeah,
for them,
brilliant.
can't you? If they missed that, yeah, we've got a few questions. So Mark here was asking just about the communication of the device, and that, you know, is it more of a help to the technician rather than the client? You know, considering that, you know, it kind of only notifies them, and really maybe an event will only be sort of found out on the day of a routine. Is that kind of right?
Yeah, so I think yeah, in terms of how it assists the customer is going to be saving the technicians more time in doing other things. So having not having to check, if you say you've had 30, 50 bait stations on a site and it's taking you almost 2 hours to check them all over a vast site, with IQ, well, it's going to be walking around and checking the ones that you know have had activity. If nothing has walked into that station, then you will have no activity on it at all. So you don't need to check it. You can set up regular checks if needs be. And then, yeah, you can check them to check your baits and things like that, making sure palatability is still there, anything like that. So yeah, that's something that we say as that's the bonus to your customer.
Yeah, I suppose it would on the app. It would notify you on the app. So let's say you've got a customer that's got sensitive areas like food production, you know, or where
Exactly.
raw food is done, and something goes off in a sensor in one of those areas. You could probably, if it happened 2 days after you last visited, you'd be notified, wouldn't you?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So once you're on site, you then you kick off the app, or as I said, if you've got a site manager who's quite willing and quite able to do so, kind of build it into their program, such as like if they're checking like fire extinguishers or anything like that, if they're going around checking fire alarms, doing the regular maintenance of a building. If you were to build this into their program to just look at the app and gather all the information, not having to check anything, then
Mhm.
yeah, that's going to be perfect for them in terms of having that information sent back to you, and then you go in and check the ones that you need to get.
Yeah. So just in case, so it's clear to me, maybe I missed a little bit of everyone else. So with
Yep.
is it a case of, you know, you're on site doing an inspection, everything looks great, you leave, and then 2 days later a mouse runs through one of those boxes. It does notify the technician, does it?
It
It's not
wouldn't.
on site.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not until they arrive on site on the next visit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it could possibly, like you said, be built in and work in
Yep.
collaboration with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah, it's not a remote product. It's more of a time saving product in terms of yeah, you guys being on site and saving a lot of time down the run in terms of yeah, going up in roof cavities, checking floorboards, anything like that. Then yeah, it's going to be perfect for those type of sites.
Yeah, great. I mean, there's a few. I mean, I know obviously with the battery, it's not rechargeable, is it? In terms
It's
of,
not.
yeah, so it's kind of disposable. And I suppose it's just connecting with the previous presentations we had on carbon footprint and waste and things like that. Someone just sort of flagged it up with it. Is there any plans to maybe make it rechargeable?
Yeah, yeah. So you look at the new product that we're looking at the new mini Rex. So yeah, once we have that set up, that has got actually removable batteries that can be replaced. So yeah, in terms of not having to throw it away,
Mm,
that wouldn't need to be done. And then obviously you look at the existing products. No, they're not rechargeable, but they still can be used. They still can be used as a bait station and a trap. So it's not a
yeah,
case of needing to throw them away
yeah,
unless yeah they've been damaged like any
yeah.
other bait station would be. But they will still be able to be used as a normal bait product.
Right.
Yeah.
Recycle, reuse. Yeah, that's
That's it. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
part of it. I mean, is there an opportunity if, say, you know, can they just be returned if they didn't want to use them? Is it something you take back and
Yeah.
recycle? sell for?
Yeah, so we support a program through Kildrum through our waste. We do that with all of our products, not just IQ, but is on that list as well. So if you wanted to get in contact with Kildrum to replace these, discard of these products, then these guys know how to do that through their waste program, which we sponsor through them as well.
Right. Well, like you said, preferably keep them and utilize them in as a
Yeah.
general.
That's definitely a route if you didn't want to keep them. Obviously, if you wanted to throw them, but yeah, it's a perfectly good bait station, even if the battery goes. And you think, over 3 to 4 years, the amount of time that you would save over those 3 to 4 years, the product kind of pays for itself over those 3 to 4 years with the amount of time that you've saved. So it's just working down the crux of that, really. Yeah.
Great. And there's a few more questions there. We are 1 minute over, so I'm just going to try and pick one that I think would be most relevant to everyone here. So I mean, in terms of mapping, do the IQ bait boxes, generate a map installed at
Yes.
different sites?
Yeah, so we have floor plans that are you can actually upload on the portal. So you set up the account and then the branch which sits underneath that account, and then you'll be able to add in a floor plan. And within that, at some given point, so we are continually updating the app and the portal. So at some point, when you add that product, it will spot where you are and add that onto the floor plan.
Right.
That's something that is going to be available. Yeah.
Fabulous. There are a couple more questions in there. We're 2 minutes over. Do you mind doing as Sophie did and doing a little typey to the questions?
Yeah, no problem at all.
That'd
I'll get those
be
done for you.
That'd be great. And then everybody in here, I believe this is available. If it's not, put it in chat and we'll try and sort it out. But when you go into the Q&A, although the questions are, there's a section that says answered questions. And that's where when like Sophie and Michael type in some answers to them, you'll be able to see the answers if you were interested. But that'd be great if you can. I really appreciate that as fully comprehensive overview of your product. And hopefully get some people interested. I can see that they are already. So that's great.
No, I really appreciate it. And thank you again, guys.
All right. Thanks, Michael. Take care. See you soon.
Thank you.
Merry
Have a good
Christmas.
Christmas. Thank you, guys.